Hello and welcome. We have a problem in our society today. We have a large majority of youth who are in trouble and unable to earn a living. In a world full of hatred and crime, how can we motivate these young people to achieve increased responsibility, desire a higher education, and improve their behaviors? How can we help them learn the values, teamwork, endurance, competition, diversity, and a sense of community, and become adults able to contribute to society positively? I'm a mother of 2 adult children, and ensuring they had a variety of experiences in their life was always my goal. Those 2 children are now, one a graduate of UW-Stevens Point with a bachelor's in biology, the second a sophomore at NIU, majoring in elementary education. We must commit to helping our youth develop a brighter tomorrow by ensuring they have a solid start today. We will look at how the lack of structured time leads to troubled children, how extracurricular activities eliminate some of these problems, and how students get involved. First, let's look at the challenges students face. The lack of structured time in a youth's life leads to many problems. It can lead to higher risk of suicide. They're more likely to drop out of school. And also, these students that have more free time on their hands tend to hang out with more students that are troubled. And they're more likely to get involved in drugs, fighting, carry weapons, and violence. The foster youth also struggle with those problems as well, but they also struggle with feelings of insecurity and isolation from their circumstances. They're at higher risk of dropping out of school. As many as 2/3 will drop out of school. They tend to perform lower academically, with 30% performing below grade level. Due to their behavior problems from their circumstances, these students are more likely to be expelled or suspended from school as well. Now let's look at the solution. According to the journal in the School of Psychology, and I quote, "Participation in structured extracurricular activities promotes personal and social development and academic achievement." Thus, students were reported to have less unexcused absences that took part in extracurricular activities. Those students also performed up to 25% better academically and were more likely to complete college. Students at risk for dropping out of school were drastically reduced by participating in extracurricular activities. Involvement in extracurricular activities, church, and non-school activities significantly reduced the delinquent behaviors such as the fighting, the weapon carrying, and the violence. Lastly, how can students get involved in these activities? Choosing an extracurricular activity to get involved in can be scary for students. But with the help of groups such as teenhealth.org, it can be a little easier. Students need to have an open mind and be willing to try something different in order to broaden their interests. They can speak to teachers and counselors to get an idea of the activities that are available to them in their school system. Many school groups also get involved in community activities, such as volunteering to help paint and people's homes for free and things like that. These kind of activities can open up a whole new world of possibilities for those students. There are also many other non-school activities, such as Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, church youth groups, and many more. As you can see on this chart, this is a chart of students that took the ACT. They were asked to answer a voluntary questionnaire. This shows those students that took part in extracurricular activities and which activities they took part in. This only goes up to 50% of those students that took the ACT. So you can see, even in students that took the ACT, there's not a lot of activity in the extracurricular field. This does not even include those students that did not take the ACT. This list just gives a very brief listing of some of the activities that students can get involved in. Again, that's definitely not an all-inclusive list, and there are many, many more options. The options are very wide. So, you see, we can drastically improve the lives of our youth through ensuring that they're participating in these extracurricular activities. We know there is currently a problem getting our youth motivated and involved. We have looked at how extracurricular activities can help solve some of these problems. With the future in the hands of today's youth, how can we ensure their success? We can ensure every young person gets involved in school activities, church activities, and other community activities. I ask each of you to support today's youth for their tomorrow.